Hello everyone and welcome back guys to more of my F1 2019 Fantasy F1 team, where today we are back after the Spanish Grand Prix, and a bit of an apology from me as this video is going out quite late. Two things we probably need to touch on before we get into this one. Yeah, first of all, just a bit of an apology. It's been a hectic couple of weeks IRL, so just stuff going on like that. But yeah, hopefully we can try and get back into making these videos a bit more consistently over the next couple of weeks and months as well. You know, just apologies for a lack of content in general on the channel. You know, today obviously we've got F1 Fantasy going out. Hopefully tomorrow I should have round 4 of the F1 Bugatti Career Mode, and then hopefully as well I'll get another F1 Manager video out over the coming days, as well as plenty of other things that I've got planned going onto the channel. So yeah, a bit of an apology about that one. The second thing that I'm sure if I don't talk about as this video begins, is I'm sure someone will comment and notice. If you look below me, right at the bottom, I don't know, actually it might not show up on the recording, it says activate Windows. Please don't say I don't have an active copy of Windows. I do. It's just hard drives and SSDs are being a pain, and yeah, sadly, it is active, but only on one of my hard drives, so I don't know what's going on with that one. But yeah, pushing all that to the side then, let's get ready to have a little bit of a look back at the Spanish Grand Prix. And overall, yeah, I think what needs to be said about the Spanish Grand Prix has probably been said by a lot, oh, excuse me, of other people. You know, it was boring. Yeah, that's the only way you can describe it, really. Let's be fair. I could have quite easily fallen asleep. My dad did fall asleep through most of it, although he kind of does that most weeks during the Formula 1 anyway. But yeah, that really does go to show how bad the Grand Prix was on the whole. Yeah, just nothing really happened until about that, what was it, about lap 50 odd, wasn't it, when Lando and Stroll had their accident. But yeah, let's jump on then, have a look at our team. And overall, it was a bit of a mixed result in the end. Mercedes, another full 70 points in the bag. Can't really go wrong there with Mercedes at this point. You know, another one too. Pretty decent, you know, we can accept that. Hamilton takes the race victory, 63 points there, 133 between them, and combined between all my other drivers, we got 2 points. It was a little bit of a disappointing race. Overall though, Albon just had a bit of a meh race on the whole. You know, there's nothing too much really to say about that. Just never really did much, never really got very far. You know, P11 wasn't it at the end of the day. Beat both Renaults still, but yeah, just a bit of a mediocre result. 3 points, it doesn't seem that ridiculous. Kvyat though, 13 points. He basically was the only person that did anything in that Grand Prix on the whole. There are a couple of really good moves there. Finished in P9 at the end of the day, so obviously quite happy with Kvyat's score in the end there. Raikkonen made that mistake at the start there. I think this is his first Grand Prix of the season without scoring points. Still got 8 points in F1 Fantasy, although he finished 14th. Not too sure how that one works out, but we'll take it. And then Lando Norris. Oh, Lando, you've cost me a lot of points there, buddy. That's not been the nicest thing in the world. Obviously, that collision with Stroll, he was doing quite well up to that point. Sadly, you know, it could have been some decent points, but as my turbo driver as well, sort of just compacted the issue. Yeah, unfortunately, dropped me 22 points at the end of the day there. So yeah, not the best result in the end there. 135 points though, not bad, but also not too good. If we have a look over at my league, we'll have a look to see. We're almost so close to 250 people now, 248 on the whole. If you haven't already, make sure you get yourself in. There is our invite link, obviously, if you do want to jump on in for the rest of the season. But yeah, 248 people on the whole. We are now ranked, where was it? I think it was about 83rd, wasn't it? So I think we have dropped down since last time. We're actually not tied with anyone at this stage of the season. Now, we'll have a quick look. Where did we end up in Spain? I'm going to guess not very well, I'll be honest. You can see, who was it? Senna F1 Racing, 219 points. We'll have a look at their team in just a moment. But yeah, I didn't even crack the top 100 in my league this week. It was not a good result in the end there. We'll have a quick look though. Senna F1 Racing team, who did he have in the end there, if it ever wants to load? There we go. So he had Mercedes, like pretty much, I would have thought pretty much everyone does nowadays. Bottas, again, good shout. Kvyat, like I said, good shout. Sainz obviously picked up a lot of points, mainly because Lando and Stroll crashed. Magnussen had a good result. I am really tempted to get him in my team. And Charles Leclerc. That's quite an interesting roundup of drivers on the whole. I don't think that's going to consistently be the best team to go with, but I do think, yeah, that is quite a good... I mean, it worked out clearly, obviously, very well for him this week, and I can't imagine many people would have done as well as that, obviously, but you can tell by my league, you know, he beat Genie CF1. Who did he have on his... who did he have in his team? So he also had Mercedes, he had Hamilton, though, Bottas. Oh, this is the guy, yeah, that has both the Williams drivers who aren't really going to do anything. And Turbo Kvyat, so again, scoring good points at the end of the day there. I'm really tempted to just go with the Mercedes and just be done with it. But, you know, we will gloss over that one. But yeah, overall then, Tyrrell Well still leads the way, 966 points. He's got a 16-point lead now over Shunted Tarantulas there with Mercedes, Bottas, Verstappen. How on earth did he score 48 points? Jesus, didn't notice that one. Raikkonen, Albon, and Gio there at the end of the day. That's mega. Oh, well, Verstappen in my team now. Let's go for a spin with Seb on 927. What a fantastic team name that one is. Slobjow's Pig Iron Pump 922 with almost a 50-point gap to Nel Spin PK Jr. Senna from Racing Team, obviously. I don't know if we've had them in. I don't know if they're a new joiner to our league or what they're up in P6 there with Die Diffusers and Dim Sum Dividend. Rounding out with Zarko and Indecisive Liveries rounding out the top 10. And we've got Genie with the Mercedes powerhouse lineup in P11. Anderson up in P12 at 812 points. Quite a long way off. Tyrrell Well and Shunted Tarantulas are really, well, the top four really are just absolutely dominating this so far. It's been very, very interesting between those guys. If we look further down though, Benetton's of Crap all the way down to P17. I'm pretty certain they've dropped down. Big Gears Gullis on tied P19 at the moment. And further down the order, Ambitious but Williams down to P23. Matt's Chances, 777 points as well. Having a look further down, Vatican National Team, that's an interesting one, 736. Who else have we got? Tucson Racing, 717 points, ranked 44th, hashtag blessed. Wolf's Wet Wipes, that's certainly an interesting name, 705 points there. PSL Racing, 703. Further down, Prost Fantasies, 57th. Schlong 3, that's certainly an interesting one. Green Eggs and Hamilton, 64th. Where are we? We're getting Lando for the win on 72nd overall. I'm trying to see other names, obviously I recognise. We are down all the way down now to P83 with 300 points off the top. So it's going to take quite a recovery for me to get anywhere towards the end of the season. No Albon, no Party, just behind. There's a very, very tight bunch. Obviously, around us there, Ludi73, All Out Attack, Ross, no Albon, no Party, and Sermon's Motorsport, yeah, all very close around us. One of my good buddies that I've done co-op Career Mode, we are beating Kyle at the moment by 6 points. So I will take that as he sits in P89 there. Race Me Daddy, 649 points. Scooter for our Wii. Not too sure what that name is all about, but yeah, 91st. Chan Formula 1 Motorsport, 94th, and then Fat Racing, Hayden, absolute noob, P95 at the end there, and Andy still just inside the top 10 at the end, sorry, inside the top 100 even, I should say, at the end of that one there, so 642 points for him. I'm a little bit sad you can't scroll further down than that, but you know, let's just gloss over that one. So, as we get ready then for the Monaco Grand Prix, I feel like changes do need to be made ready for this race. You know, it's certainly going to be an interesting one, and I really want to try and get... I want to consider Verstappen, but I also think Ricciardo could be a bit of a good gamble here. But actually, no, Verstappen would be terrible because he will just bin it prior to the race. Obviously, I'm keeping Hamilton, I'm keeping Mercedes. That's just a no-brainer at this point. Who do I get rid of, though? So we could go up to about 15, 16 million at the very least. So I could get Gasly. He's just a P6 every week, isn't he, really, at this point? I could go for a bit of a risky one and get Ricciardo in. Perez. That's a good shout. Perez is just a god-tier street circuit driver. I'm going to take the gamble. I'm going to get rid of Albon because Kvyat's been performing well. So we've got 16 million. I almost could get Gasly, though. That's the problem. But yeah, I think we're going to have to. I think we've... Magnussen has been doing better these last couple of weeks. He did finish best of the rest last time out. Magnussen or Perez? Magnussen or Perez? Magnussen, he's still got a bit of a reputation. Sadly, I'm going to go with Perez, and I'm also going to turbo up good old Sergio Perez. It's a bit of a gamble for this weekend only. Hopefully that can pay dividends for myself as well. This team was saved. No, I don't want to do that at the moment there. So yeah, there we go. We are ready then for the Monaco Grand Prix. Not the next. Is it this? I can't remember. No, it's only. I'm confused. It's only Tuesday today, the time I'm recording this. It is this weekend, the Monaco Grand Prix. So yeah, I'm very much looking for, well, as much as you can with Monaco. I'm going to watch the race and hope that it's not an absolute snooze fest, even though it will be at the end of the day there. But yeah, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. Get yourself subscribed if you're new around here as well, and you don't want to see more of these F1 fantasy videos down the line. Make sure you join the league as well. Like I said at the start, there is our invite code as well to get yourself in and get involved and hopefully feature on some of these videos. Let me know how well you guys did as well down in the comments. Also, if you're ever using Amazon, please do use my affiliate link. A bit of a beg, I'll be honest. But yeah, no, it doesn't cost you guys anything. It does help me out. It's a small kickback for the channel. So obviously, if you guys want to support me in that way, it would be massively appreciated. We've got links down there for all sort of tech that I use and things like that. Obviously, if you're interested in getting started on YouTube as well. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video. Like I said, get yourself subscribed if you're new around here, and hopefully I will see you guys next time after the Monaco Grand Prix.